Hi viewers, and welcome you to RemedialOne YouTube channel, where we explain and we solve the Waec core mathematics question with detailed explanation. Myself and Mr. Boateng from Prempeh College. Every week we are uploading a video. You can check the playlist for all the previous videos. We have titled them over there so that you study ahead of time. Don't wait until the last minute that you jump in to get it ready for your final exam. Do it right now. Share with your friends.
The first question on the screen is, if tan theta is equal to 0.7352, where theta is an acute angle that's greater than 0 but less than 90 degrees, find correct to one decimal places the value of theta. So let's look at how we are going to solve this one. Tan theta is equal to 0.7352. So if you want to find the angle, take the inverse. So theta be equal to tan inverse 0.7352. So you can use your calculator and make sure the mode is in degree. So you go to the calculator, tan inverse of 0.7352, and that will give us theta is equal to tan inverse of, so you press shift before you press tan, and tan inverse will come, tan inverse of 0.7352, and the answer is 36.323. Now bear in mind that we are supposed to correct our answer to one decimal place. So 36, theta is equal to one decimal place will be 36.3 degrees. We add this. Next, if 3 sin x is equal to 1.5, where x is greater than 0 degrees but less or equal to 90 degrees, find x. Let's look at the solution. So 3 sin x is equal to 1.5. You first have to divide both sides by 3. This 3 will cancel 3. So you have sin x is equal to, when you divide 1.5 divided by 3 is 0.5. Once again, to find x, you take sin inverse the right hand side. So x is equal to sin inverse of 0.5. So your x is equal to, once again you take your calculator, you press shift, sin inverse of 0.5, and that gives us 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Let's, x plus 25 is equal to 5.15145. Once again, where x is an acute, find correct to one decimal place the value of x. Tan x plus 25 is equal to 5.145. So this one, we first take tan inverse on the right hand side. So x plus 25 is equal to tan inverse of 5.145. So we have x plus 25 is equal to tan inverse of, shift, tan inverse of 5.14, and that gives us 79.0009. Now x will be equal to 79.0009 minus 25. So x is equal to 79.0009 minus 25. So we are going to get 54.009. But we were asked to correct our answer to one decimal place. So one decimal place will be 54 0 degrees. Don't forget to add your degrees, but that is the unit. And when it comes to Wassce questions, if you omit the unit, you will be penalized by subtracting 1 from your marks. And let's go to the next question. Given that 5 cos x plus 8.5 minus 1 equal to 0, calculate, correct to the nearest degree, the value of x. Let's see how you solve this one. 5 cos x plus 8.5 minus 1 equal to 0. To find x here, you first take 1 to the right hand side. This implies that 5 cos x plus 8.5 is equal to 1. And the next step, you divide both sides by 5. So this by 5, this by 5. So 5 here will cancel 5. So you have cos x plus 8.5 equal to 1 divided by 5, 0.2. We then take the cos inverse of the right hand side. So the angle x plus 8.5 will be equal to cos inverse of 0.2. X plus 8.5 is equal to, then we take cos inverse of 0.2. So once again, if you have your calculator before you, you press shift and then you press cos button. You see the cos inverse 0.2, and that gives us 78.46. X will be equal to 78.46 minus 8.5. This implies that x is equal to, so 78.46 minus 8.5, that is 99.96. Let's go back to the question. We were asked to correct to the nearest degree. The nearest degree is 9. We have 69.96. So the nearest degree is 69, but after 69, the next digit is 9. So we add 1 to it, which is 70 degrees. The next question. If 8 sine x plus 2 is equal to 5, find x. So 8 sine x plus 2 is equal to 5. And first have to take the 2 to the right hand side. So this implies that 8 sine x is equal to 5 minus 2. 8 sine x, 5 minus 2 is 3. Now we still want to find this x, so we need to divide through by 8. So let's divide through by 8. So this 8 will cancel, leaving sine x equal to, then we divide 3 by 8. We have 0.375. Then we take the sine inverse of the right hand side. X now becomes sine inverse of 0.375. Then you go to your calculator. So anytime you want to find sine inverse or any of the ratios inverse, then you press shift depending on the calculator that you use. So if it is FS991, that is the common amount student, you press shift and then you press sine inverse before you key in the number, and we have 22.024. Bear in mind, we were asked to correct the nearest degree. So if that is the case, x is equal to, for the nearest degree, after the 22, the next digit is 0. So we just, because it is less than 5, just ignore. So the answer is 22 degrees. Let's look at the next question involving trigonometry. Sine 25 equal to cos y plus 50. Find y. Now this is a little bit different from the one that we have solved. You use complementary angles. When you say complementary angle, they are angles that sum up to 90 degrees. So what we need to do, there are so many ways of doing that, but the easiest one is to add these two angles and equate them to 90. So you have sine 25 equal to cos y plus 50. So as I said, because sine 20, with this type of equation, always make use of complementary angles. So whatever you have here and whatever you have here, you put them together and then equate them to 90. So very simple. 25 plus y plus 50 equal to, this implies that, let's expand. So 25 plus y plus 50 is equal to 90. Through the item, 25 plus 50 gives 75. And to find y, we send the 75 to the right hand side. So y is equal to 90 minus 75. So 90 minus 75 gives 15 degrees. So let's do the next one. Solve the equation tan square x on 3 minus 1, where x is greater or equal to 0 degrees but less than or equal to 90 degrees. Let's look at how we solve this one. We have tan square x on 3 minus 1 equal to 0. So first send this one to the right hand side. So we have tan squared x on 3 minus 1 equal to 1. This implies that we can cross multiply. So tan squared x is equal to 3. Remember, tan square x is the same as tan x all squared, which is equal to 3. So just as we want to find, so if we want to find tan x, we need to take the square root on both sides. So square root of tan x all squared is equal to square root of 3, which implies that, so the square root will get rid of the square, leaving tan x equal to root 3. So as we have been doing throughout the lesson, so to find x, you take tan inverse on the right hand side. 3x is equal to, you take your calculator, tan inverse of root 3 is equal to 60. Now let me explain here. The reason why we normally take tan inverse is a number by its inverse always give us 1. So if you have tan x equal to root 3, if you want to find x, the behind the scene, if you multiply through by the tan inverse, so you get x on the right hand, and then we have tan inverse on you get s on the left hand side and tan inverse on the right hand side. So that is the basic concept behind this, taking the inverse of the ratio on the right hand side. So let's look at the last type of question for the day. We have given that sine 5x minus 338 is equal to cos x, cos bracket open 2x minus 19. So let's see how we do this. So sine 5x minus 38 equal to cos x 2x minus 19. Then we have solved a similar one. With this type of question, I've told you, you use complementary angles, and what we want to do, we add the angles and then equate them to 90. This implies that 5x minus 38 plus 2x minus 19 is equal to 90. Then we simplify. 5x plus 2x 38 minus 19. This is minus 57 equal to 90. We want to find x, so we have to move this one to the right hand side. So sin 7x is equal to 90 plus, because here is minus, when it crosses the equal sign becomes plus. So 57 to 7x equal to 147. This implies we want to divide both sides by 7. 147 divided by 7. The answer becomes 21 degrees. Viewers, so soon, this is how far we have come. Kindly subscribe, like, and turn on the notification button. I'm Samuel Button from Prempeh College. That's my number on the screen. If you want more detail, you can call my number on the screen. If you are outside this country and you want to, it is my WhatsApp number also. You can WhatsApp me and then we discuss. So thank you very much.